friends. Anyways, at one point, the girls from San Francisco had this like propane stove, and they were going to cook up some like grilled cheese or something for lunch, you know, and so they had trouble with it, so they asked one of our friends, Ryan, to kind of help out with it. And so he's sitting over there working with it, with the propane thing, trying to hook it up, and all of a sudden, like, it blew up, and like it was a small flame at first, but the whole thing caught on fire, the whole stove. And so we all get up and we're freaking out. We're like, what do we do? What do we do? And it's propane, so it's like you throw water on it and it's still gonna keep going. So we're like moving, you know, blankets and things out of the way, but it's right in between two tents and there's a canopy. So me and my friend Katie go to grab the canopy because it was right underneath there, and the boys threw an ice chest on it just to kind of get the flame to go down. And our friend Ryan grabbed it, tossed it into like the main street where there's a bunch of grass, and it blew up. Like, I mean, straight up propane explosion at least 10 feet into the air. He flies back onto the mattresses. We're all running and screaming. The whole campgrounds are like out in the main street just watching this fiasco go down. All the security come, and all they're doing is just like watching. And then the fire marshal comes and everything. And our friend actually was sent to a nearby hospital for a little bit because he got the inside of his mouth burnt, and they were treating him for propane poisoning. So it was kind of nuts. That was probably the scariest part, but he pretty much saved our whole campsite from burning down. So he got mad props for that, and the whole campsite knew about him and our, you know, campground. After that, we were pretty popular.
You can prevent forest fires.
Yep, only Ryan can prevent campsite fires. It was crazy. So that was one of them. But other than that, like, just walking around, I mean, you saw plenty of people that were just on a good one. I remember there was this guy who just sat next to us, and he was like squinting his eyes and looking around at things and just like like flexing and like looking at us, and we're like, all right, man, and we're dancing right next to him. So there's a lot of crazy people and a lot of shady things going on, but it's Coachella, you know, it's like a modern day Woodstock. People come there to just do insane things and listen to great music and be with the people, be with all kinds of people, and people come from all over. We met plenty of people from Australia too. This one like older lady came to our campsite late, I think it was like Saturday night, and she was just stoked on life. She was dressed like a clown, and she was just talking about how she went and saw, I think it was The Kills or someone, where she got wrapped up in foil, and she was thinking life doesn't get much better than this. And she was like, one of the things she left us with was ahoy oy, and like, so for the rest of the that weekend we were yelling ahoy oy. Like, I don't know, it was a lot of fun, but it was crazy.
Jess, does that sound typical of Lacy?
That's an understatement for Lacy. Lacy is probably the craziest but most amazing person I know.
Aww.
So. Yeah, you don't have to be modest here.
Yeah. I love you too, Jen.
Okay, I came across this article from ChristWire.org. Okay. Now, I also had the guest speakers from ChristWire, the makers of ChristWire. They came by and talked about the article. The article had a bunch of hits, over 25,000 likes, 654 retweets.
Wow.
120 in share. I don't know what that is. But
different social networks.
Yeah. Basically, they're really popular, and they stir up a bunch of like liberals, and they wrote an article talking about how women who go to Coachella have a 98% chance of getting pregnant. Now, did you see anything anything that indicates any promiscuity?
Oh my gosh, that's a high percentage. Like, I feel like I should go get tested. Like, I don't even know what went down in the middle of the night. I don't know. Yeah, there was a lot of crazy stuff going on, and I wouldn't doubt that there was that kind of business going on in people's tents, or even in the middle of, you know, the dance floor, because like I said, there was some crazies. But that's a pretty high percentage. That leaves 2% of women that are safe. Jess,
would you go to Coachella knowing these stats?
Yeah. I'm not. Those stats have no hold on me, that's for sure.
Now, if anything, that makes it more exciting.
Yeah, because, I mean, I heard like Coachella is like full of hippies, quote unquote, that are ready to get down. And the funny thing is, when these guest speakers were talking about it, one girl, they were taking a poll, like, who went to Coachella? And this one girl raised her hand. Yeah. And she was saying, oh yeah, I went to Coachella. I must have like gotten pregnant almost twice. I'm like,
Oh my god.
everyone was just laughing, and now I look back, my friend behind me, I'm like, is she serious? I mean, that's not something to brag about, you know?
That's insane. Can you imagine that? It's gonna be like a whole generation of like
no.
baby boomers.
Lacey, how many times did you get pregnant at Coachella?
How many chances did I have? I don't even know. I mean, that's insane. Honestly, I feel like these people make me feel like not crazy, like really calm, because they're intense, you know? But it's a good time. I mean, and everyone parties differently, and I feel like when people go to Coachella, they literally just lose their minds, and it's a whole new world. I mean, everyone's cell phones were dead. The people who tried to charge their cell phone didn't work. They had like these little charging stations, but you could keep your phone plugged in there for like an hour and only get like a little bit of juice. So it's like everyone's cut off from society and living in this world of heat and music and drugs and alcohol and hormones and, you know, weird stuff. And it's just, I mean, it really doesn't surprise me that stuff goes down, because I know there was a lot of weird stuff, but that's a high percentage for saying that people could get pregnant. I mean, all the Coachella babies that are born, there's going to be a lot more wrong with them than just being born.
It's gonna be, like you said, the whole baby boomers thing. Now there's going to be Coachella babies. Coachella babies in 2011, Coachella babies 2012.
Yeah, just be glad you're part of that 2%.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm 100% positive that I'm not in that 98% of pregnant Coachella girls.
Nice, okay. I'm glad for that.
Yeah, me too.
All right, we're going to get into some more music. When we come back, we're going to talk about, for guys, a guide to girl talk. What she says, what she means, and why she says it.
That's what she said.
And then we're also going to talk about the crazy sit-in at Langsdorff Hall.
Oh,
Have you
yeah,
guys
I heard
checked
about
out?
that. I was in there. No, I'm just kidding. I heard about it, though. My professor was talking about it. We got to talk about that for sure.
About the defense of public education, so stay tuned for that, guys.